how do you train at a high intensity, let your ego benefit you in terms of your athleticism, confidence, things like that, but not let it rule you and limit your ability to learn and get better?
I've struggled with this a lot in the past, thinking I was better than what I was, and a lot
Mhm.
of people tell me like, "Oh man, no, you're so good, you're so good," and I'm like, "Shoot, man, no, to be honest, I'm not. Like, I know a couple of good things, I know
Yeah.
a little bit of everything, but it's like I'm not, I'm not the best. I want to be the best, and I want to be a D1 wrestler as far as wrestling. I want to be, a high level black belt as far as like leg locks and passing. I just want to be good everywhere. So." It's always having to take that humble mindset of knowing that you don't know enough. Just like you
Yeah.
said, when you get beat up on day one, shoot, man, I suck. I don't know anything. And so it's putting yourself in bad positions and letting someone beat you up because you suck there, and then that forces you to get better. But if you only play your like A game in the gym, then you're never gonna evolve per se. So I think the biggest way to keep that humble environment, train with people, and to not hurting people and not getting injured is like setting boundaries, setting boundaries in anything. Like, for example, if you don't want to gain weight, then set boundaries on your macros. If you
Right.
don't want to get hurt, if you don't want to get hurt in jiu-jitsu, then set boundaries like with who you can train with or what positions you can go to, and don't break those boundaries. A lot of people, they're like, oh man, my knee's been kind of hurting. And I'll be rolling with them, I'll be watching out, but then I'll accidentally grab their leg, and I'm like, oh shoot, and like, no, no, you're fine, you're fine. You said your knee's just hurting. I was like, why would you not tell me no as soon as I grabbed it? And they're like, oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm like, bro, if my neck's hurting, like I ain't letting you do no chokes on me. Like as soon as you grab my neck, I'm tapping. And I'm like, tap, tap, tap. And they're like, you're like, is everything wrong? I was like, no, I told you my neck's hurt. And people are like, oh
Right.
yeah, yeah, that's right. You know? So it's like setting boundaries and stuff that's hurt and not crossing those boundaries because a lot of people, they start feeling good in a role and they're like, oh, maybe I
Totally.
can. Maybe I can go from dark chocolate to regular chocolate and not get fat, you know? So it's like, just, but yeah, just
It's
setting
so
those
true.
those boundaries and just not, yeah, just not crossing them.